Have you ever scrolled through your Facebook feed and an article title caught your eye? Have you ever watched one of the shared videos from another person? Have you ever been 100% positive that what you see or hear is true? Or do you question what may really be happening? Well, no need to think you are the only one. Every citizen asks themselves the same question every day. The true fact is that not everything you see or hear is the correct information, especially on social media. In fact, there are two types of news known as fake news and false news. Fake news is news that is created with the goal of making a profit off of how social media runs. Fake news incorporates false information that somehow became credible. False news, however, is more political. False news is news that somehow becomes credible and is created to test how people react to information and their hopes of finding the real truth. Here is a video that will help better clarify what may be considered fake and false news.
Don't get fooled by fake news. Plenty of mainstream media outlets have their problems, but turning to sites that just make up fake news is not the answer, and it makes you look foolish. I'm talking about sites like InfoWars, led by this guy, Alex Jones. They actually say the Sandy Hook shooting was staged, and that grieving parents were actors, and yet they're widely shared by reasonable people who might not know that about them.
And again, you look at the Aurora shooting, that was totally staged.
And that's just one of countless fake stories that InfoWars has pushed out. A site called American News is more popular on Facebook than many real news outlets, but it makes up stuff all the time, like this story that Denzel Washington had endorsed Donald Trump, shared more than 10,000 times on Facebook, despite the fact that Denzel definitely did not endorse Trump. Or this story, that Chief Justice John Roberts had signed off on President Obama's removal for treason. Also not true at all. The popularity of these fake news posts often outpaces the real news. This story from In the Fed claims that Donald Trump's election led to Ford Motor Company halting its production of cars in Mexico. That's not true, but it was shared on Facebook many more times than the real news that Ford was indeed moving ahead with its production in Mexico. Other fake news sites to unfollow: WorldNet Daily, New Century Times on the left, The Conservative Tribune, Daily Signal, USA 24. The list goes on. Many fake news sites start with a kernel of truth, but present it in a totally false and misleading way. A good rule of thumb: at least Google the story that you're about to share on social media. Check its veracity on professional news sites that you've actually heard of. But why would anyone make up fake news? Because it's very profitable. The entire social media news industry is built on the social share, and the easiest way to win that share from you is by vindicating your worldview with sensational headlines. That's why teenagers in Macedonia created more than 100 pro-Trump Facebook pages this year, bringing a lot of traffic and advertising dollars back to their websites. If you follow any of these news sites, unfollow them. And if you share this video, tag your friends so they know about this too.
Has anyone seen any of these news headings? If so, did you believe them and why? Does anyone follow any of these sites? If so, will you be unfollowing them? Now I'm going to show you a video, and I want you to determine if you can decipher whether this video is fake news or if it's real news. Do you think you figured it out? The video I just showed you is actually fake news. CNN used their own cameraman as a fake protester. Facebook and Google are two social media sites that have been affected. Both of these companies plan on taking a stand and when it comes to eliminating fake and false news from their media streams. Here is a video that better dictates what steps social media is taking to limit and clarify what is fake and false news.
Two of the world's biggest internet companies, Google and Facebook, are taking new steps to fight the rising tide of fake news. Conspiracy theories and misleading information from no-name sites masquerading as news exploded on their platforms during this campaign cycle. Both companies have come under fire for widely shared fake news stories. Such stories spread false information about the candidates. Google disclosed on Monday it will withhold lucrative digital ads from appearing on any sites that misrepresent, misstate, or conceal information after it was discovered that the top search result for final election numbers, final election results, who won the popular vote, and similar phrases directed users to a fake news blog called 70 News. Google went on the defensive. The site falsely claimed that Donald Trump had won the popular vote by 700,000 votes. Although Trump won the Electoral College, he is losing the popular vote according to the latest CBS News figures by more than 798,700 votes nationwide.
What are some ways that you think that social media can prevent the spread of fake and false news? One major issue with fake and false news is that they incorrectly inform citizens of what is truly happening. This is a problem because it can cause chaos within citizens due to how the news may catch their attention and emotions, leading to different reactions. These types of news articles can also ruin the reputation of individuals. Fake news is also a problem because it can ruin the social media's reputation, which will turn their users away, leading to the company losing profit. However, solving the situation is not as easy as it sounds. There are several issues with finding the right way to stop fake and false news from appearing. Issues such as discrimination, hiding information, imprisoning someone for their freedom of speech, and so much more. According to Article 19 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, by completely eliminating false news, you are rejecting the right of freedom of speech. Due to the fact that there cannot be any true punishment for someone posting fake or false news, then spreading awareness and making it clear as to what is fake or false news should be labeled in some way. Whether that is by putting an icon on the headline or making it a specific color, simply identifying it with something so people know that the information in the article may be incorrect or it may not be true. The community should take part in becoming social media watchdogs. The watchdogs would know what to look for when it comes to determining if a post or statement is fake or false news. There are several steps to take when identifying what is fake or false news. Step 1. Read past the headline. Publishers tend to write straightforward in the beginning of a story before filling in the rest with obviously false information. Step 2. Check what news outlet published it. Be aware of unfamiliar websites with ads and all capitalized headlines. Be sure to Google sites and check for other articles that have the same news outlet. Step 3. Check the published date and time. Old articles and events have a tendency to resurface, making people believe that the event just happened. Step 4. Look for the author. The author who wrote the information can reveal a lot, such as, do the author's past articles show they are a legitimate journalist or not? Step 5. Look at what links and sources are used. A lack of links or sources in an article for support is an obvious warning sign the post is most likely false. Check to see that the claims are coming from reliable sources. Step 6. Look out for questionable quotes and photos. Double check suspicious or shocking quotes and images through Google Reverse Image Searcher or through tools like TinyEye. Step 7. Beware confirmation bias. These articles tend to stir up emotion from the reader due to the fact that these articles are posted based on biased information. Double check the facts from other reliable news sources. Step 8. Search if other news outlets are reporting it. If a story looks suspicious or claims to show major news, search it to see if it lines up with what others have to say. Think before you share is step 9. Fake news sites rely on others to share and to spread their posts, which can create unintended consequences for those involved in the post. This could lead to liable situations where the false statement can hold the person up to public embarrassment, hatred, and so much more. This step seems to be the most important. Overall, fake and false news spreads are a problem. They can cause chaos and emotional roller coasters to those that believe the information reported is true. Sites such as Facebook and Google are in the process of taking steps to eliminate fake and false news as much as possible, and/or are discovering ways to make these postings noticeable for relaying false information. However, solving the information is not so easy. Article 19 protects the First Amendment of freedom of speech. Therefore, solutions have to be thought out carefully as to not remove this humanly right. Watchdogs should be put in place to help out social media and other forms of media that take a hit when it comes to fake and false news accuses. These watchdogs should be able to go through the procedure of discovering the different forms of news and being able to spread the word and report which postings are fake and false news. Now, does anyone have any questions?